Hello and welcome to another backbend class. Today we'll be working on a beautiful pose called camel pose. And I will try to give you different options, different variations, and we'll ease into this beautiful posture nice and slowly. So when you're ready, just grab your mat and we'll start. And also you can have some yoga blocks by your side. It might be useful if you still lack some flexibility, but otherwise you're fine just with your mat, okay? So we're going to start sitting on our shins, or you can find any other comfortable seat. Bring your hands onto your lap and we're going to begin with our neck. So bring your chin to the chest and make a gentle circles around. Let's do 3 each direction. Keeping the shoulders down and face relaxed. Let's switch. Beautiful. And last one. Let's slowly come back to the center. This time we're going to hold on onto our knees. And I want you to imagine you're doing cat-cow, but this time just sitting on your shins, okay? We're gonna pull your chest forward, look up, arching your lower back. Exhale. Push it back around the spine, chin to the chest. Straighten your arms and again inhale. Exhale. So make sure you're doing it nice and slow. Very good. And let's do 2 more. And round, feel the stretch on your back. And last one. Let's come back into your neutral. This time we're gonna come onto your shins. So I'm gonna switch direction to show you better. My one leg comes to the side, other arm, fingertips to the ground. And I'm making the circles of my arm across the chest. Just to warm up our shoulder joint. And last one. Change direction. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and want to hold here, reaching fingertips away from your toes. Big breath in. Exhale. Let's rise up and switch to other side. So left leg extends, or other leg opposite that you did before, to other side. Fingertips down. And big circles for your shoulder. 3, 2, and 1, and change. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back, reach forward, fingertips over your head. Big breath. Exhale. Very good. This time square up to the front of your mat. And let's take an easy puppy pose. So my hips staying stacked over my knees. My feet are hip width apart, so is my knees. And I'm gonna walk my hands forward. Keep the elbows straight and then my forehead comes down. Okay, so settle here for a
few counts. And then when you're ready, we're gonna do cat-cows in this position, okay? So we're gonna round, push the hands into the mat, and arch, melting your chest towards the ground. And again, and down. Round, and arch. Couple more. And last one. And hold here an arched position. Maybe you can bring the chin down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna press into the hands, come into Sphinx pose. So my elbows come down. Let's stack our elbows under shoulders. So make sure you're not here, okay? You're nice and aligned. My hands are engaged and my legs are nice and strong. Feet pressing, tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Just pause here for a couple deep breaths. Chest is pulling through forward. And one more deep breath, hips staying down onto the mat. Exhale. From here, we're gonna come all the way onto the mat. Forehead is down, right hand extends like a T. My right ear is down, and I'm gonna come onto my right hip and try to touch my leg, my toes behind me. Okay, so I'm stretching my right pectoral muscle, my right chest. And then we're gonna switch. Hips down, left hand in line on my shoulder. Left ear is down. And trying to step my foot. It's okay if you still your foot is high. It takes time for your hips to open up as well. Okay, and then let's do a few more like so. Always being mindful, noticing how it feels in your body. And one more each side. Pausing in each position. And last one. And coming back. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Take an easy cobra. Press your feet down. Look up or look forward. And press back into your tabletop. And this time we're going to come into downward facing dog. So pedaling through your feet, left and right, just warming up our legs as well, calves. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna roll into the plank and bring the knees, chest and chin onto the mat. Slide forward onto the belly, and let's take another cobra. Gaze forward. And pressing back. Tabletop and downward facing dog. This time, let's walk your feet forward to the front of the mat, into your halfway lift, and we're gonna step our right leg back into this long lunge. Okay, my fingertips are down, pausing here for a couple of breaths, just feeling into our hip flexors. And when you're ready, we're gonna bring the back knee down. You can pad your knee if you need to, of course. And we're gonna rise up. Okay, this time we're gonna cactus our arms like this. So really opening the chest. Take a baby back bend. For 5, 4, 3,
2, and 1. Reach your hands behind you if you can, and maybe interlacing your hands as well. And again, open the chest, look up. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame the foot, and step it forward to meet your left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, other leg. Okay, so first just long lunge. Beautiful. And when you're ready, bring the back knee down into your low lunge. Untuck your toes and rise up. Cactus your arms. Beautiful. Couple more deep breaths. Open the chest. And if you can, reach your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers and open the chest. Okay, hands away from your glutes. And exhale, bring your hands down. And step it forward to meet your right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's step back into the high plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Slide forward into your baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, pressing back into your tabletop. And lift your hips nice and high, downward facing dog. Okay, this time we're gonna step the right foot. This time we're gonna take a right leg to tree like a dog. Reach your toes towards the sky. On an exhale, we're gonna step it forward in between your hands. Okay, so bring the back knee down. And we're gonna take the left hand down as well. Okay, what we're going to do, again, pad your knee if you need for this one, for hamstring curls. And we're going to be reaching opposite hand as well. So how it looks, I'm gonna bend my knee, reach my opposite hand forward, twist, and try to tap my toes. And come back. Okay, let's do 3 more. And back. And last one. Okay, if you have your foot, grab into your hand for quad stretch. Let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, release it down. Stepping back, tree like a dog. Open the hip and bend the knee. Square up. You can pedal to your feet again, left and right. And let's move it to other side. Left leg up. And bring it forward in between your hands. Okay, let's bring the back knee down to prepare. Right hand is down. And I'm gonna twist into my twisted kind of lizard pose, okay? I'm gonna bend my knee, reach forward, and tap. Release. And again. 2 more. And last one. And on the next one, maybe you can grab your foot. Bring your heel in towards your hips. Beautiful stretch for our quads. Big breath. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. Very good. Let's come back. Pressing back, tree like a dog. Open the hip and bend the knee. Come back into your downward dog. And I'm gonna bring the knees down and come onto your shins. This time, let's do another lunge variation. I'm gonna step the left foot forward, and you can tuck the back toes or keep them untucked, okay? It's up to you. So for this one, you might need a block somewhere along your shin. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna show you with the tuck toes. So how it's gonna look, I'm gonna tuck I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, okay? So I'm not arching my lower back. And I'm gonna try lean back to reach my heel with my right hand, and the left hand come up and over as I'm still pushing my right hip forward, but keeping the tailbone tucked. Okay, if that's not accessible to you, you can use your block like this on a higher setting and just reach your hand towards the sky. Okay, beautiful back bend variation. Okay, so wherever you choose, let's hold here for a couple deep breaths. Or maybe you want to untuck your toes. One more deep breath. Chest is open. And release it down. Let's move it to other side. Okay, so whichever variation you choose, keep the tailbone tucked so my glute is engaged. Coming into your lunge, untucked, tucked, or with a block. Okay, so I can show you all of it on the other side. Onto my heel, maybe onto my block. Or maybe my foot is flat. And slowly coming up. And finally, let's work on our camel. I always like to start dynamically before I go into the longer holds, okay? So, and again, the same thing with the blocks on your toes, grabbing at your heel or feet flat, okay? So how it's gonna look, I'm gonna show you my heels tucked, okay? So I'm sitting on my heels first. My right hand is gonna sweep from right to left as I'm lifting my hips and bringing the hand behind me. And my hips come down and I'm switching. Sweeping, pushing hips forward and down. Okay, with the blocks, you can do 2 blocks either side. Make sure they're nice and okay, stable. And again, maybe you just hear nice and gentle. Wherever your range of motion it is at the moment, it's all good. Okay? Okay, and the last one is going to be feet flat, pressing into the mat, okay? So my hand is somewhere around my feet, and I'm gonna lift my hips and lower down, and switch. Let's do 3 more each side. Doing on your own pace. And 1 more each side. And release it down. Well done. And for camel pose, let's do 3 camels. But before we do 3 camels, I want to show you one thing. So, if your hips are still tight, it's okay if they're not stacked over your knees, okay? So, the main thing is you're tucking your tailbone under, okay? You're not into this zigzag kind of shape, okay? Your pelvis is under, even if your hips are kind of leaning still back, okay? Maybe you're looking like this. The main action is the chest is lifting, okay? Opening the pec muscles, Okay, my chest is lifting and my tailbone is tucking under slightly. Okay, so maybe you're trying to reach your heels from this position. Okay, so you lean back with your hips, pelvis tucked. And from here, what you're going to do, you're gonna just imagine you have something attached to your chest towards the ceiling. Okay, I'm gonna lift and expand my chest. And don't drop your neck, your head, sorry, rather, back all the way if that doesn't feel good. Looking up. Okay, so that's all you have to do for your first few camels. And if you want also, another regression is going to be with the blocks. Okay, so you're gonna tuck your tailbone, grabbing onto your blocks, and just lifting your chest. Okay, and there's so many, I can show you other one too. So your hands on your lower back and you're just lifting the chest, taking a few breaths here. Okay, and finally, if you're with me, you can take from this sweeping action, push your hips forward, tailbone under, reach both heels. And release it down. So the most important thing is you have your tailbone tucked, okay, slightly tucked. Your chest is lifting and you don't have to throw your head back, okay? Just look up, chin up, make sure there's a space behind your neck, okay? You never want to do anything, any harm to your neck. So only when you're comfortable after months of practice, you can release your head back. So let's do one more camel variation, choose whichever you want. Okay, maybe coming onto your shins one more time. This time I can reach back like so. And slowly to come back. Okay, take a few moments to come back to your breathing. Even though camel pose is not the most advanced backbend, but it feels quite intense in our bodies. So always take your time, take breaks as much as you need to. Okay, so if you wish, you can do another round of camel, few breaths in your posture. Otherwise, we're going to come on our backs, just wind down all the way, hug the knees in towards the chest, maybe swaying side to side. Let's extend left leg straight, right knee in, and bring it across for a twist. Gently realigning our spine. And back to the center. Switch sides. And across. Okay, very good. And hug the knees in towards the chest the last time. You can take your Shavasana if you like, resting pose. Or you can come to the seat. Thank you so much for joining this class and enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time.